if you are going for visa interview, make sure you pay attention to some of these things. Answer the questions accordingly. Answer the questions clearly. Let the visa officer know the reasons. Don't give vague answers, because that will get your visa denied. So welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, again, I'm going to analyze a student transcript, and I'm going to share with you what the student did wrong and why his visa was denied. Please, if you are new here, consider subscribing and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you're going for student visa interview, this video will really help you, because this transcript is going to help so many people understand the process and approach their own interview differently as they prepare. So let's get right into the video. My transcript, and the embassy is in Abuja. The first female VO. Good morning. VO said, pass me your I-20. I pass it to her. Okay, let's get going. It's coming gradually. Have you been to the US before? No, I haven't been to the US. I was about to say something else. She cut in. Okay, so far so good. Are you married? Yes. Do you have kids? Yes, 2. How old are they? Me, 6 and 4. Another big red flag for the visa officer to ask those steps, those questions. A visa officer will not go on to ask. So take advantage of that to say, oh yes, I am married and I have 2 kids. Very important, because that will show your tie, that will show your family relationship. Now get along well. We are going now into where the mess and everything happened. So the visa officer asks, would they be going to the US with you? Me, no, they will be with their dad, who is a chartered accountant. Pay attention here. They will be with their dad, who is a chartered accountant, while my mom and my husband's mom take turns to visit. Perfect. How do you intend to pay for your deficits? Straightforward question. The major part of the funding is from me. Good. I am a legal practitioner that has practiced for 6 years, and I partly work with the government as a legal advisor to the Ministry of whatever. Then the other funding will be from my half brother, who is the founder and CEO, and his support is a way of giving back to my family for the help my husband rendered him as an accountant while he was establishing his company. There's a red flag here, and I'm going to show you what the red flag is. So this person is paying about 70% of his own expenses, which is good. The person established clearly what she does. She has worked as a legal practitioner for 6 years, and she also worked with the government. A very impressive CV. The problem is now he comes to the rest will be paid by my half brother. Well, there was no need for the adjective half because that information, how relevant is that? What does that mean? It is okay to go ahead to say the rest will be paid by my brother. Don't bring the half brother. Now, the justification for that, I don't know. The person didn't state how much the money is, but I suppose it should be a lot. The justification is that her husband helped that half brother when the brother was establishing his business. Okay. Now the question is that if your husband is a chartered accountant, that portfolio is huge. Why can't your husband sponsor you with the rest? Then what will make your half brother give you that so much, even though he is a CEO, right? So the problem here is that choosing your half brother to sponsor, ideally, it should make sense. But choosing your half brother to give you whatever amount over your husband, who is a chartered accountant, send a red signal. So now we are picking up some kinds of red flags. So let's go on and see some of the other red flags that mess up the whole application. Okay. Now let's go ahead. So the visa officer now come to, so why business administration? You see, after the conversation, at this point, look at the question the visa officer asking. Because if you're a legal practitioner, if you have been working with the government for this while you are successful, then why business administration? Because it's a change in field. As a legal practitioner, why are you going for a business administration? Your husband is a chartered accountant. Why are you going for business administration as a legal practitioner? At this point, that was the question the visa officer is like. Also, so you see where this question is coming. Ideally, most of the time, this question comes first. But now, after everything that unfolds, the visa officer comes by and say like, so why business administration? And that is what I want you to pay attention to, okay? Then he said, listen to the response that this lady gave. And this is where she is going to betray, herself, or she's going to cause the visa denier herself. She said, I have been a legal practitioner for 6 years. And you see, she's emphasizing the legal practitioner again. And I want to diversify. And a business background is what I need at the point to boost my portfolio. And I also have 15 students currently under my pupillage that I intend to help after I have gotten this degree and return back. Look at this. It doesn't make sense. As a legal practitioner, I don't know your field, and the person didn't state, but it doesn't make sense. As a legal practitioner, you have been practicing for, and you want to diversify. Diversify to where? Diversify to what and why? This is where you should have informed the visa officer. I have been practicing as a legal assistant or legal practitioner. I've been advising businesses over the past 6 years. However, I have seen the risk management or the lack of proper financial management with businesses. Most Nigerian businesses are collapsing because they don't have proper business model. So I have become interested in business administration. I'm hoping to specialize in business law, or I'm hoping to emphasize in something that connects to your whatever, so that when I come, I'll be able to also offer not just the legal practice, but also guide some of my clients in making effective business decisions aside the legal decisions that I help them. That makes sense. But you go very vaguely to say, oh, I'm a legal practitioner and I want to diversify. Diversify to where and why? Then she says, I want to diversify, and a business background is what I need. What you need to do what? So the visa officer do not have time. At this point, you have already shown a red flag up there with your funding. You come here and you don't show a clear purpose of study. You don't show why you need this. As a legal practitioner, husband is accountant. Why do you need business? And he said, oh, I have a student under me that I intend to help. Help how? You don't need the business administration to help. How do you want to help them? So the person go ahead to say she handed the passport and pink paper with many talk, and I wasn't interested in anymore. I said thanks and I left. She kept interrupting all my answers and never looked at me whilst I maintained eye contact. She kept typing and kept nodding in affirmation to all my response. She even exclaimed catchy, please, where did I go wrong? You went wrong by not establishing a clear purpose of travel, by not establishing reasonableness for your funding. It is good you have the money, 70%. We don't know how much the rest is. But why will your half brother? Why do you have to bring an adjective? Half brother is a brother. So go ahead to say my brother. But it's still not enough to say your brother is giving you that money because your husband helped him. It doesn't make sense. A visa officer don't think like that. Ideally, if your brother is a chartered accountant, he should quantify his work he did, your husband did for your brother, and receive money, right? So if he didn't receive money, in what way do you justify that he's giving it to you to go and study? And sometimes when we are talking about some of these things, we should act. Visa officers know that it's not easy to establish a business to be successful in Africa. Why will a CEO give you so much money to go and study just because your husband helped him? It doesn't make sense. So, and it also didn't make sense because your husband is a chartered accountant. Why can't your husband support you or fund your studies? As a legal practitioner, you also didn't establish a clear purpose of travel. Why do you want to study business administration? Your answer was vague. You didn't answer the question. You just expressed a passion and a desire that was not grounded in the visa rules. I hope this helps. So if you are going for visa interview, make sure you pay attention to some of these things. Answer the questions accordingly. Answer the questions clearly. Let the visa officer know the reasons. Don't give vague answers, because that will get your visa denied. I hope this helped. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. You can send us your transcript, and we'll be willing to educate you on it and read and give you some of the loopholes in it. If you are looking for visa coaching, I always say 1 out of 10 get visa approved is because of preparation. There are a lot of people at the visa interview embassy. You must stand out. You must stand out to get your visa approved. If you need any guidance, any discussion on your story, on your plan, if you need help, please reach out to us, www.beitlamat.edu.com. We have our WhatsApp number on our website, our email. We have our Telegram group that you can join. We are also able to help people in their student application, help them review their essays and connect them to schools that will help their process. I hope this helped. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, remember that theology is fine.